All right, so picture this, right? You're in, I don't know, first century Judea, like the Roman Empire is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Everyone's like waiting for a king, someone powerful to, kick out the Romans and kind of shake things up a bit.
Right.
Then boom, word gets out that the Messiah, the guy everyone's been waiting for, has been born.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a twist.
Ooh, I like twists. What is it?
He's born in a barn.
Whoa. That's not the grand entrance you'd expect for a king.
Exactly. Not exactly the palace you'd, I guess, picture for someone who's supposed to, save the world and all that.
Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder.
And that's kind of what we're diving into today.
Okay.
So we've got this script for a short podcast about the birth of Jesus, the whole Christmas story thing.
Okay, cool. So, what's the, I guess, the goal? What are we trying to uncover here?
Well, I think it all starts with this idea of a king being born in a manger, right? Like, why? Why is that detail so important?
It definitely sets the scene, It's unexpected.
Totally.
You have this this whole backdrop of, like you said, Roman oppression, right? People are looking for a warrior, someone to lead a rebellion.
Yeah.
And instead they get a baby in a stable.
The savior of the world, just chilling with the animals. So, what do you think, what's the significance of that? Why start the story like that?
Well, I think on a basic level, it kind of flips the whole idea of power on its head, It's saying, look, Jesus isn't here to conquer through, military force or play politics.
So it's not about, brute force.
No, not at all. His power, it comes from something completely different, something the world at that time, they just weren't ready for it.
Okay, and this is interesting because in this podcast script we're looking at, it actually says that Jesus came, and I'm quoting here, especially for the broken and searching.
Oh, wow.
And that really made me think, what does that even mean? Especially given everything we've been talking about, Roman rule, the whole king in a barn thing.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, so broken and searching. I think, first of all, you got to remember the context, right?
Right.
These people, they're living under Roman rule. They've got, all these expectations from religious law weighing them down. They're searching for hope. They're probably feeling pretty lost.
Yeah, I bet.
And then, boom. This idea comes along that the Messiah, this promised savior, is here. But he's not just here for the, the righteous, the rule followers. He's here specifically for the lost, the hurting, the people who feel like they don't belong. That's pretty radical.
It's a really different message, right? Not what you'd usually hear from someone in a position of power.
Exactly. It's all about turning those expectations upside down.
Okay. So we've got this king born in a stable, this message of hope for the underdogs, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And then the source script hits us with this line, good news for all people. A savior was born. Love came down for you. Whoa. Unpack that one for me. What does it mean, for love to come down?
It's imagine divine love, this force for good existing outside our world, right? And then it chooses to enter into our reality, our messiness, through Jesus.
It almost sounds like this intervention, stepping into a difficult situation.
Right. And savior, well, that's a word with a lot of baggage. For some, it means being rescued from sin, from the consequences of bad actions.
Yeah, that's the traditional interpretation, right?
Yeah. But for others, it's about finding salvation from suffering, from despair. It's about finding hope in a really dark place.
So it's more about being saved from, our internal struggles as well.
Exactly. But I think the point is this event, this birth, it's presented as something that can fundamentally change you.
Okay, that makes sense. And that brings us to the last line of the script. Open your heart to him today. Now, it's easy to just say open your heart, but what does that actually look like?
Right.
Especially for someone back then grappling with Roman rule, societal pressures, all the stuff we've been talking about.
It's an invitation, right? Not a command. It's like saying, hey, this story, this message of love and hope, it's here for you.
Yeah.
See if it resonates with you. See if it offers any comfort or meaning in your life. It doesn't require blind faith. It's more about genuine engagement.
So it's about actually wrestling with the ideas, seeing how they apply to your own life.
Exactly. It's about choosing to let the story impact you.
Wow. Okay. So what we've talked about today is pretty powerful, right? We've got this king born in a manger, a message of hope for everyone, especially those struggling, and then this invitation to open your heart.
It's a lot to take in, and I think maybe the best way to end this is to ask you this. If you could travel back in time to that night, to that stable, and ask one question to anyone there, Mary, Joseph, a shepherd, what would it be?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. What would I want to know about that moment, about the meaning behind it all?
Yeah, what would you ask? Let me know next time.
I will. I'll have to think about that.
Me too. Until then.
See you later.